Chapter 1. The Beginning of Learning. English at Home. Ali was a simple student who had a strong desire to learn English. He did not live in a big city. He did not go to an expensive academy. He stayed at home most of the time. Many people told him that learning English without a teacher was very hard. Some people said it was impossible. At first, he believed them. He felt weak. He thought he needed a special place, special books, and special teachers. But one day, he changed his thinking. He asked himself a simple question. Can I learn English step by step at home? The answer slowly became yes. Ali understood one important thing. Every big success begins with a small step. He decided not to think about fluency. He decided not to think about speaking like a native speaker. He decided to focus only on the first step. He said to himself, "Today I will learn 10 simple words." That was his first goal. It was small. It was clear. It was possible. On the first day, he wrote 10 easy words in a notebook. Kang. The words were common and useful. Words like book, pen, chair, table, water, food, happy, sad, go, and come. He wrote the meanings in Urdu to understand clearly. Hey. Then he read the words aloud many times. He repeated them slowly. He did not hurry. He wanted clear pronunciation. After that, he made short sentences. Kang, this is a book. I drink water. I am happy. The sentences were short, but they gave him confidence. The next day, he revised the old words before learning new ones. He learned that revision is very important. Without revision, the brain forgets quickly. So every morning, he spent 10 minutes reviewing old words. Then he added 10 new words. This step-by-step method helped him stay organized. He did not feel confused. He did not feel pressure. After 1 week, Ali had learned 70 words. He felt proud. He could understand simple sentences. He could speak basic lines. This small success gave him motivation. But he did not stop. He knew that step-by-step learning requires patience. In the second week, he added listening practice. He used his mobile phone to listen to short English conversations. At first, he did not understand much. The speakers talked fast. Some words were new, but he did not quit. He listened again and again. He focused on simple sentences. He tried to repeat after the speaker. Slowly, his ears became trained. He started catching familiar words. Ali also started reading short and easy paragraphs at home. He chose simple stories. He read slowly. When he found a difficult word, he guessed the meaning from the sentence. Then he checked in the dictionary. This habit made his thinking stronger. He was not only memorizing words, he was understanding them. One important habit he developed was speaking alone. Every evening, he stood in front of a mirror. He talked about his day. He said, "Today, I woke up early. I cleaned my room. I studied English. I feel good." His sentences were simple, but he spoke clearly. At first, he felt shy. Even though he was alone, he felt uncomfortable. But after some days, that shyness disappeared. Practice removed fear. Ali understood that learning English at home is possible when you follow clear steps. First, learn basic words. Second, make short sentences. Third, practice speaking daily. Fourth, listen carefully. Fifth, read easy material. ZK. He followed this order patiently. He did not jump to difficult grammar. He did not try to learn everything in one day. He also created a daily routine. In the morning, he revised vocabulary. In the afternoon, he listened to English audio. In the evening, he practiced speaking. At night, he read a short paragraph. This routine made his learning stable. Even on busy days, he practiced at least 30 minutes. He promised himself that he would not skip practice. Sometimes he felt tired. Sometimes he thought progress was slow. But then he remembered his first day. On the first day, he knew only a few words. Now he knew many words. On the first day, he was afraid to speak. Now he could speak small paragraphs. This comparison gave him hope. Ali also learned an important lesson about mistakes. At home, no one was there to laugh at him, so he spoke freely. When he made a mistake, he corrected himself. He searched online for answers. He learned from errors. He understood that mistakes are part of learning. Without mistakes, there is no improvement. Step by step, his confidence grew. He did not feel helpless anymore. He realized that home can be the best place to learn. It is quiet. It is comfortable. It is safe. You can practice without fear. You can repeat lessons many times. By the end of the first month, Ali noticed clear change. He could introduce himself in English. He could describe his family. He could talk about his daily routine. His sentences were still simple, but they were correct and clear. He felt proud of his progress. He finally understood something powerful. Learning. English step by step at home is not about speed. It is about consistency. It is about small daily effort. If you follow simple steps every day, you will see growth. Slowly, calmly, surely. This was only the beginning of his journey. He had taken the first step, and that first step changed everything. Chapter 2: Building Strong Habits and Clear Courting. Understanding. After completing his first month of learning English at home, more confident, he was no longer confused about where to start. He had already taken the first step. Now he wanted to move forward carefully. He did not want to rush. He remembered that step-by-step learning means steady progress. It does not mean fast progress. So, he decided to strengthen his foundation before moving to higher levels. In the second month, Ali focused on sentence building. Before, he only made very short sentences like "I am happy" or "This is a book." Now he wanted to join ideas together. He started learning basic grammar slowly. He did not study everything at once. He focused only on simple present tense first. He learned how to say daily actions clearly. For example, I go to school. She plays football. We eat dinner together. He practiced these patterns every day until they became natural. Ali understood that grammar is important, but practice is more important. So after learning one small rule, he used it many times. He wrote 10 sentences daily using the same structure. He spoke those sentences aloud. He changed subjects and verbs. He said, I read a book. He reads a book. They read books. This repetition helped him understand the pattern deeply. He was not memorizing. He was applying. Listening practice also became more serious. Before, he listened only for general understanding. Leka. Now he listened with attention. He listened to short conversations and tried to answer simple questions about them. What are they talking about? Where are they? What is happening? This method trained his brain to focus. Slowly, he started understanding more details. Reading practice improved as well. Ali began reading one small story every week. He divided the story into small parts. Every day he read one part carefully. He underlined new words. He wrote them in his notebook. He made sentences using those words. He also tried to retell the story in his own words. At first it was difficult, but after some practice it became easier. Retelling helped him think in English. Speaking practice changed in this month. Before, he spoke alone most of the time. Now he tried to speak with others at home. He asked his younger brother to practice simple conversations with him. They asked each other basic questions. How was your day? What did you eat? What are you doing now? The conversations were short, but they were real. Real conversation gave him new energy. Sometimes he made mistakes while speaking. Sometimes he stopped in the middle of a sentence, but he did not feel ashamed. He remembered his rule. Mistakes are teachers. Each mistake showed him what to improve. After speaking, he wrote down the sentences he found difficult. Then he corrected them. Ali also started thinking about pronunciation. He noticed that some English words are not spoken the same way they are written. This confused him at first, but he listened carefully to native speakers. He repeated difficult words many times. He recorded his voice on his phone. When he listened to his own voice, he noticed small errors. This self-check method improved his pronunciation. Time management became important. Some days he had family responsibilities. Some days he felt tired, but he created a simple rule. If he could not practice 1 hour, he would practice at least 20 minutes. He never allowed a day without English. Even on busy days, he revised 5 words or spoke for 10 minutes. This consistency kept his learning alive. Ali also understood the power of positive thinking. Sometimes he compared himself to fluent speakers. For a moment, he felt slow. But then he reminded himself that everyone has a starting point. He remembered his first week. He remembered how difficult simple sentences were. Now he could speak small paragraphs. This comparison gave him strength. He also learned to enjoy the process. Instead of thinking, I must learn English, he started thinking, I want to learn English. This small change in attitude made learning enjoyable. He watched simple English videos for fun. He read short jokes in English. He smiled when he understood something without help. These small happy moments kept him motivated. By the end of the second month, Ali noticed clear improvement. He could speak for 5 to 7 minutes on a simple topic. He could write one full page about his daily life. He could understand short conversations easily. He still made mistakes, but his fear was much smaller. His confidence was much bigger. He realized that learning English step by step at home is not only about books. It is about habits. Strong daily habits create strong skills. If habits are weak, progress is slow. If habits are strong, progress is steady. Ali was building strong habits. He was building clear understanding. He was building patience. Each day he was moving forward, one step at a time. And he knew that as long as he continued this method, success would come naturally. Chapter 3. From Small Steps to Real Confidence. By the third month, Ali felt a deep change in himself. Learning English step by step at home had become more than a routine. It had become a part of his life. Every day he followed his plan. Every day he practiced, listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Slowly, he noticed that thinking in English was becoming easier. He no longer translated every word from Urdu to English in his mind. Instead, short phrases and sentences came naturally. Ali now focused on connecting sentences. Before, he could speak small sentences separately. Now, he wanted to join ideas and speak in a small paragraph. He practiced topics like my family, my day, my hobby, and my school. He wrote sentences first. Then he read them aloud. Then he tried to speak without looking at his notes. At first, he made mistakes. He forgot words. Sometimes he paused too long, but he did not stop. He practiced until the sentences flowed more naturally. Listening practice became more advanced. Ali started listening to short stories, news clips, and simple English conversations. He tried to understand the main idea and small details. At first, he understood only half, but with repeated listening, he understood more. He learned that understanding English is not only about knowing words. It is about listening patiently and catching the meaning from context. Every day, his brain became faster in recognizing words and sentence patterns. Reading was now more interesting. Ali started reading simple English articles and motivational stories. He underlined new words and phrases. He wrote their meanings in his notebook. Then he tried to make sentences using those words. Reading helped him improve vocabulary, sentence structure, and thinking in English. He also tried to summarize stories in his own words. Retelling stories made him more confident and fluent. Writing practice became stronger. Ali wrote about his daily life, his dreams, and his goals. Eka. He also wrote simple letters to himself in English. Writing helped him organize his thoughts. It helped him practice grammar and vocabulary naturally. He did not worry about mistakes. He learned that mistakes are normal. The important thing is to correct them and continue. Speaking with real people became more important in this month. Ali asked his family members to help him practice. They asked simple questions, and he answered in English. Sometimes he spoke with friends on short calls. These conversations were short, but they gave him courage. He realized that speaking English is not about perfection. It is about communication. Even if you make mistakes, the goal is to speak and be understood. Ali also noticed a change in his thinking. Before, he often felt that learning English was hard and slow. Now, he felt that learning step by step was easy and natural. Small daily actions gave big results. He understood the value of patience. He understood that improvement is not sudden. It is slow, steady, and continuous. He also developed new habits. He practiced a few minutes every day without fail. He revised old words before learning new ones. He listened carefully to pronunciation. He tried to connect sentences in his mind. He spoke, wrote, read, and listened every day. These habits strengthened his English skills step by step. They also strengthened his discipline, focus, and confidence. By the end of the third month, Ali saw a clear transformation. He could speak English for 10 minutes on simple topics. He could understand short stories and conversations. He could write 1 or 2 pages in simple English. He made fewer mistakes than before. Most importantly, he believed in himself. He understood that daily, step-by-step practice builds real confidence. Ali realized that learning English at home is not about magic or talent. It is about consistency, patience, and small daily steps. Step by step, day by day, his English improved. His fear decreased. His confidence increased. His mind became sharper. And he knew that if he continued this method, his English would continue to grow naturally. This was the power of learning English step by step at home. It was not fast. It was not perfect, but it was steady, practical, and real. With small steps every day, Ali had turned his dream of learning English into a clear reality